Okay guys, last recording of the semester has to do with the finals and so I just wanted to go over a few quick things. It's different than any other quiz that we've had this semester. It is multiple choice and they are going to give you layman terms and ask for the medical term. So I think two keys to the final, and this is why I have this video even prepared for you, is know the anatomical terms. Make sure you're strong on anatomical terms. Know the term for kidneys. Know the term for liver. Know the term for stomach. Know the term for your esophagus. Know the term for a joint, for cartilage, for blood, for a cell. Just make sure you know all the terms when it comes to the anatomy. That's number one, okay? Number two is know your prefixes and suffixes. If they say, what is the term for surgical repair of the kidney, know how to make that word. If they say, what is the term for inflammation of a blood vessel, know that term. Make sure you understand how to take the layman terms and put them into the medical terms. If I was studying for the final, if I was preparing for the final in this course, I would make sure that I had flashcards that had exactly the layman term written on one side and then the medical term written on the other side. Or however, whatever works best for you with studying. I do well with flashcards, but you might do well with other methods. Whatever the method is, you need to be able to know what the medical term is for the layman term. What is the prefix or suffix for surgical repair, for an incision, for inflammation, for a stone, for a blockage, for any of these kinds of things. You need to understand what the medical term is for those, and then what the anatomical term is. And if you know those two things, you should be good. I would say the other thing you need to be careful of is understanding your formatting and your spelling, because they might have two very similar like terms on there, and it comes down to a formatting and spelling issue. You don't want to miss those kinds of points on the final, as it's worth so much of your grade. 100 points of your grade, it's worth almost a third of your grade in this class. So make sure that you're understanding that information. So this is what it's going to be like. These are just very basic terms. I'm not trying to go into detail, but I just wanted to give you some ideas. The question is going to be something like, what is the term for inflammation of a joint? And then it's going to have a list of words. Is it arthrodesis? Is it arthritis? Is it arthrodiastasis? What is the term? Of course, this term is arthritis, but you need to know. Again, what is the term for inflammation of the liver? So here you kind of get the idea of what I'm after. Know the term for inflammation. Know the term for liver. The term for liver is hepat. The term for inflammation is itis. If you know those two things, you know how to combine those terms, you're going to be do very well in the final. If you're weak in one of those categories, it's going to be a struggle, because you're going to be trying to piece together stuff without knowing. So make sure you know your anatomy. Make sure you know your prefixes and suffixes. Make sure you understand what they mean in layman's terms and what the medical term is for those layman terms. If you do that well, you'll be very successful on the final. If you have any questions about how to do that or how to accomplish that, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help you out. Otherwise, it's been a wonderful semester. I hope you go forward with the knowledge of how to learn, how to study, and that you can apply that to yourself and to the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I hope you have a wonderful break or a wonderful next semester.